Good day, I'm Marcus Reid, and these are today's top stories from Pulse News Houston Crime and Safety on Pulse News. A tragic overnight shooting in North Harris County has left one teenager dead and another injured. Harris County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of gunfire at a residential home. The incident occurred in the early hours, shattering the peace of a quiet neighborhood. Details remain scarce as the investigation is in its preliminary stages. Authorities confirmed one male juvenile succumbed to his injuries at the scene. Another male juvenile was transported to a local hospital. His current condition has not been released. Investigators are working to establish a timeline of events. They are also seeking to identify any potential suspects involved in this crime. This senseless act of violence has sent shockwaves through the community. Parents are expressing concern about their children's safety. School officials are expected to address this tragedy. The precise motive behind this deadly shooting remains unknown. Detectives are canvassing the area for witnesses. They are also reviewing any available surveillance footage from nearby properties. The Harris County Sheriff's Office urges anyone with information to come forward. Tips can be submitted anonymously. The sudden loss of a young life is devastating. This incident highlights the ongoing challenge of gun violence in our region. The injured teen faces a difficult recovery. The families involved will endure immense grief. Consequences for those responsible will be severe. Murder charges carry significant prison sentences. The community demands justice. Law enforcement is committed to finding those accountable for this tragedy. Moving on. Update: Mother, son dead after Harris County shooting. A somber update tonight from Harris County. A mother and her son are confirmed dead following a shooting incident. Authorities responded earlier today to an emergency call reporting gunfire in a quiet residential area of North Harris County. The scene, now a grim crime scene, saw law enforcement officials quickly secure the perimeter. Homicide detectives are leading the extensive investigation. Initial reports indicated a violent confrontation. Now, 2 lives have been tragically lost. The identities of the mother and son have not yet been released, pending official family notification. Family members are undoubtedly facing unimaginable grief and devastation. This senseless act of violence has cast a dark shadow over the entire community. Residents are left reeling, struggling to comprehend such brutality so close to home. It raises serious questions about public safety in our neighborhoods. The loss of a mother and child in such a manner is particularly heartbreaking and profound. Investigators are meticulously gathering evidence, interviewing potential witnesses, and reviewing any available surveillance footage. Details regarding possible suspects or a motive remain elusive at this hour, as police work tirelessly. Authorities are appealing directly to the public for assistance. Anyone with information, no matter how minor, is urged to contact law enforcement immediately. Such community cooperation is critical to solving cases like this. The consequences for those responsible will be severe, facing the full extent of prosecution under the law. Arrests are the primary goal to bring justice. Moving on, Houston police released details on how man in wheelchair was killed in hit-and-run crash on Reid Road. Houston police released new details on a fatal hit-and-run. A man in a wheelchair was killed on Reid Road. The incident occurred early Tuesday morning. Police confirm an eastbound vehicle struck the victim. The driver fled the scene immediately. This left the man critically injured at the scene. He later tragically succumbed to his injuries. HPD investigators are now actively seeking the suspect. The victim's identity has not been released. This tragedy reflects a disturbing Houston trend. Hit-and-run fatalities remain too common. Vulnerable road users like this victim face constant danger. Reid Road is a known problem area for crashes. Many sections lack proper pedestrian infrastructure. Lighting is also often inadequate. This creates perilous conditions for all non-vehicular traffic. The impact on the victim's family is immense. They now grieve a preventable loss. The community expresses deep concern for safety. There is growing public demand for justice. Police strongly urge public assistance. Anyone with information should contact Crime Stoppers. The suspect faces felony charges upon arrest. These include failure to stop and render aid. Additional charges may follow based on evidence. This case underscores urgent driver responsibility. Safe streets are essential for all Houstonians. HPD continues its intensive investigation. Moving on, Houston man charged in killing of father, attempting to recover son's stolen vehicle. A Houston man faces murder charges. This follows the fatal shooting of a father. The victim was attempting to recover his son's stolen vehicle. This tragic incident unfolded recently. The father and son tracked the stolen car. They located it and confronted the individual. This confrontation quickly escalated. The father was shot during the encounter. He died from his injuries at the scene. His son witnessed the horrific event. Police were called immediately. Investigators quickly identified a suspect. Law enforcement apprehended the man. He has been formally charged with murder. This case highlights a dangerous trend in Houston. Vehicle thefts remain a serious problem. Many victims feel compelled to act alone. They attempt to retrieve their stolen property. This places them directly in harm's way. Authorities consistently warn against these actions. Recovering stolen property should be left to law enforcement. Engaging with criminals can have deadly consequences. This family now endures immense grief. A father's life was tragically cut short, all because he tried to help his son. The legal process will now unfold. The accused man will face the justice system. This incident serves as a stark reminder. Citizens must prioritize their own safety. Trust trained professionals to handle dangerous situations. This outcome was entirely preventable. Our community grapples with this senseless loss. Also making headlines, investigation into fatal shooting at 7740 Bretshire Drive. A fatal shooting is under active investigation in Houston. HPD responded to urgent reports of gunfire at 7740 Bretshire Drive this morning. Officers arrived to find one individual deceased at the scene. This tragic incident unfolded within a quiet residential neighborhood. Authorities have not yet released the victim's identity. The suspect or suspects fled the scene before police arrived. HPD homicide detectives are now leading this complex inquiry. They are methodically gathering all evidence and interviewing potential witnesses. Crime scene units fully process the area for crucial forensic clues. The community in the Bretshire Drive area is understandably reeling from this sudden violence. Residents woke to a heavy police presence and extensive crime tape. This disruption causes significant concern for public safety. Such incidents cast a dark shadow over once peaceful neighborhoods. Families living nearby are worried for their security. They seek urgent answers and firm reassurance from law enforcement. Investigators are working tirelessly to piece together the events. They aim to establish a clear timeline. The specific motive behind this deadly shooting currently remains unclear. This type of violence highlights ongoing challenges for city officials. Police are strongly urging anyone with information to immediately come forward. Tips can be submitted anonymously through Crime Stoppers. This assistance is vital for solving serious crimes. The legal consequences for the perpetrator will be severe. Murder charges carry significant state penalties. That's all for now from Pulse News Houston Crime and Safety. I'm Reid. Subscribe to Pulse News so you never miss a story.